I wanted to start sharing some of my swatch collection just because I have so many swatches and they're so much fun, basically. So, the first one I wanted to start with was this group of swatches that are all kind of similar. They're all basically like reversible swatches. Everybody knows how much I love reversible. I did a whole collection of reversible garments. It all started with this fascination that knitwear can be very different on the front side and the back side of the fabric. So I just really started playing around with different stitches and different yarns, different colors to create these fabrics that are just very different, either a little bit different or very different on either side. So I'll kind of just go through these. So this one, it's kind of like a stripe on this side. It also has a nice stitch to it. And then the back side's a solid. Party on the inside, business on the outside. This one's like a thermal. This one's really cool because it's like, oh, this one's kind of like an Ottoman. So that one's like a reversible Ottoman, which is like textured. It's kind of like textured stripes. This one's like a reversible thermal. So you can have like a dark thermal and a light thermal, which is really cool. And it has a lot of really great texture. It's a great stitch. And you can kind of see the other color through the little like grids. Those are really great. This one, I don't know, it's kind of like a pointelle that has a solid back. That one, it's kind of interesting. I don't love the tension's a little too loose. I don't really love like how it lays. It's kind of flimsy. It's not a very like substantial stitch, but the concept is nice. These ones are cool. These ones kind of have floats in them. And again, you can kind of see the other color that's on the opposite side. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a float tucking. So I did a lot of tucking stitches because tucking allows you to connect one side to the other side without it knitting, so without you being able to see it. So a lot of them turned into like these thermal or some sort of like a tuck stitch. And there's this one. This is fun. It's kind of like multicolored on this side and then solid black. But again, you just get a peak. Even on the solid black side, you get kind of like this peak of the neon on the other side. Then this one, also kind of like an Ottoman. That one's really fun. Like, these are really great to turn into garments. Same thing, this is also like a float tuck. Fun reversible. This one I really like, and I don't remember how I did it. I'm gonna have to figure it out because I actually love this stitch. It kind of looks like a fisherman stitch, like a rib cardigan stitch, but it's not ribbed. It is doubled, so that's one side and the other side. I really like this speckled, this like gray marl, and then solid white on this side. But it looks like almost like a full fisherman or a full cardigan stitch. But it's very much not. But I love it. I love like these thick jersey pieces that you get in this. That's really nice. This one, oh, so this one's also kind of like a thermal. It's kind of like a half thermal. Not that there's a real thing, but it's like half fisherman or half Milano. I'm gonna call this a half thermal because only the one side kind of has thermal on it, and the other side kind of just looks like rib. Like, it just kind of looks like rib. These ones are nice. These ones kind of like a stripe on one side, solid on the other. That's also a nice concept. And also that one's also, it's pretty simple and I think easy for commercial production. This one's the same. This one's also kind of like that one that looks like a fisherman. I think I just did like a nicer swatch of it. This one just looks like a nicer swatch. The tension's really nice. It's 100% merino wool. I have a number 6 on it because I was apparently going to use it for something. But this one, yeah, this is a really nice swatch. I really did a nice job with like the tension and everything on that one. This one I kind of already showed. I have a few versions of that fabric and that yarn. This one also is kind of like a stripe on one side and then kind of solid on the other side. And these stripes kind of have floats. The floats kind of have like, or the stripes kind of have texture in them. It's kind of interesting. Oh, here's like a reversible one with some racking. So you get some kind of like direction or movement going. in that one. There's another one that's a stripe. Stripe on one side, solid on the other. That one's really nice. These are really nice too because they're super lightweight. I say they're super commercial because they're actually pretty cheap to knit something like this. It's not as like expensive as a lot of these stitches can be kind of expensive because they're double layered all the way through without. There's a lot of transferring going on. There's just a lot happening. But these ones that are striped are like super thin and wouldn't cost too much money to like actually produce. That's another stripe solid. This one's nice. This one's like just kind of looks like solid on this side, and then it has this kind of nice striped pattern on the other side. It's almost like a terry stitch. This one here is a full cardigan stitch, so you get these nice ribs that are super clearly one color or the other. It almost looks like it's plated, but it's not plated. It's actually knitted in a way that makes it so only one color or the other is on like the ribs on each side. That one's really nice too. I actually really like that stitch. Alexander Wang uses that stitch in one of his sweaters that's really popular a few years ago. This one also, this is like racking. It's like reversible racking. That one's also really nice. And you get this nice like edge happening. There's more that are kind of like thermal. Same thing. It's like a thermal, black and white thermal. These are so great. This is like, it's so great. You basically have a black garment and a white garment in one. More striping, and then no striping except for that one for some reason. This one is like an Ottoman, basically like a textured stripe. These are nice swatches. I did these for some reason. These came out really nice. Just like nice everything. Nice tension, nice yarn. These are the same as this other stitch that's like full cardigan. So on this side you have blue ribs, and on this side you have sort of like tan ribs. And then I also did some shaping, so you can see there's like traveling ribs happening in there. And on this side as well, you can see there's like traveling. So you can do really cool stuff within that stitch of like, you can make the ribs kind of move in different directions. This one as well, this one's really nice, the tan and the blue. Same thing, this is also kind of like a thermal, kind of just like a, actually I think this is like a Milano. It's kind of like a Milano into like a reversible Milano. This one's like a Pointelle. I don't know, it's just a double layer. It's another stitch that's a type of double layer. This is a straight, full cardigan. Tan ribs, blue ribs, tan ribs, blue ribs. You can kind of see the difference here on each side. Sitting here, this is kind of like a Milano. I mean, this is all these great swatches. This is what kind of led me to having basically a fully reversible clothing line. As you can see here, this is one of my t-shirts that I made as part of my collection. Super, super simple stitch. It really just looks like jersey on both sides. Really, really simple, but it's fully reversible. And on this one, unlike a lot of these where you can kind of see the other color through, like this blue, you can kind of see the tan through the ribs. This stitch doesn't have that. This stitch is fully blue on this side and it's fully black on this side. Go check out the rest of my collection on my website or on my Etsy shop to see all the reversible garments that I made. And this is basically where it all started a few years earlier, just being super interested in reversible stitches. So thanks for watching. Let me know down below if you have any questions about all of these like reversible stitches or anything else. Give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon to be notified when new videos come out. Also, follow me on Instagram. I also post lots of great pictures and other fashion stuff of things I'm working on. I'll just see you in the next one.